You're the mean one, Mr. Grinch. Stupid. So stupid. Hello. Welcome back to the Bummy Podcast. Today, we are in a different direction. Not one direction, but a different direction. Anyways, today, I think I'm going to say Bummy Podcast because, you know, the light is on the side or whatever. Where's my baby? Who did that child's hair? I'm not well. As you can tell, I was watching Tony Talks. But anyways, I have to have my left leg elevated. I almost said levitated. That would be fantastic. Elevated because I just got my toenails removed on both first and second. Like, this is my toe, big toe, and then the one next to it. Obviously, that's not what it looks like. Which, isn't this like love in Japanese or something? I'm not loving this situation, but anyways, let's do the Bummy Podcast. Because we can. I mean, where else am I going? I can't really walk at all now. But yeah, I'm not ready to see it. But anyways, welcome back. You don't know me. I don't know you. If you know me, you don't know me. And don't share and blah, blah, blah. We should know this by now. If you're new here, sucks for you. But don't share. You can like, comment, I don't care, but don't share. Anyways, we can talk about the ingrown toenail surgery procedure, because this is my fourth one in 2 years. Imagine that. But yeah, we can talk about that first, and then we'll talk about other things that I have on my list, because, you know, I always have a list. It's charging. My charger is charging. I'm just kidding. My phone is charging, so my laptop also needs to charge, so this might not be a long Bummy Podcast. I don't know why it took me so long to I think the surgery is getting to my head. It's like, that's not a thing. I've always been crazy mentally. Anyways, so let's talk about the procedure, right? So I've had it 4 times. The beginning of 2022 was on my right toe. The end of 2022 was on my left toe. And then my left toe was like, I'm the star of the show. So in the beginning of 2023, I got another one. And now, almost near the end of 2023, I got a 4th one on my left toe. I almost had it also on my right toe, and praise God. If you ever start seeing your toe ingrowning, I don't think that's the thing, but if it does, use raw potatoes. Yeah, I didn't know that worked, but apparently it works. So let me tell you, you shred the raw potato, you wrap it with tape or whatever. So I use tape and saran wrap. You wrap it around your toe and you leave it overnight, and then you can do it the next day. But I wouldn't recommend doing it back to back to back, because I don't know if it's because I got eczema. Oh my god, excuse me, that's just crazy. I can't even talk. I mean, I guess I'm not moving around, so when I talk is when I burp. I don't know. But anyways, I think it's because I have eczema, or maybe because you're not supposed to put raw potato over and over and over again. I was just trying to get rid of it. And so my skin was kind of like wrinkly. It's like when you leave your fingers in water or when you're taking a shower. I don't know why I said it, your finger, like you're just soaking your fingers in. When you're taking a bath or taking a shower for a long time, your fingers kind of start getting wrinkly. So that happened to my toes. So I wasn't doing it back to back to back anymore. But it did work on my right toe. So I recommend it, 10 out of 10. I had the podiatrist look at it because just in case, I was like, I'm not trying to come back for a 5th time, sir. I'm not trying to do that. So he looked at it, he said it's fine. I said great. Fantastic. I don't want to see you again. It's the same podiatrist too. I know he's like, this girl again, she came back. My god. I think that's why this time he removed the entire toenail. I've never had that happen. Every time I've had the surgery, the 3 other times I've had the surgery, it was just partial nail removal where the ingrown was happening. But he's like, I think on the left one, like it's there and like the infection won't go away unless we remove the entire toenail. And I was like, I guess. So now I don't have a toenail on both toes. The toe that is next to the big toe, that was my first time having that. So technically I had 5 toe surgeries, but I've went there 4 times. Because it's 2 surgeries this time. But anyways, I'm rambling. Let's get to the procedure. So I already told you, use raw potatoes. Not all the time, especially if you have eczema. Moisturize, because your skin is gonna start peeling. Yeah, I think it's just me. Anyways, moving on. Oh, by the way, side note, I'm also allergic to Neosporin, and let me show you. I have a brand new one. Let me show you the old one if it's next to me. Okay. This thing, I don't know if it's backwards. I don't know which way I'm supposed to hold it. This, you can see I've used most of it and I still have some. I bought a smaller one. God, I'm gonna have to move a lot of things. Give me a moment. Pick this shit. Oh, are you Saras? Are you Molly Saras? Got a bunch of band-aids if you wanted to. I got a lot of problems. See, I bought a whole brand new one. Excuse me. Do you see that? Yeah. I bought a whole brand new one and I can't even use it because I'm allergic to Neosporin. Fantastic for me. Anywho, I'll probably give it to somebody in the house if they want it. Because I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that has eczema in this house. I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that has a lot of problems in this house. But anyways, I bought a brand new one and it was just a waste of money because I realized the 3 other times I used it when I had an ingrown, no problem. Literally no problem. I used it all the time, no problem. All of a sudden on this one, rash, especially on my left toe, because the left toe was the one that was really bad. That's the one I was using it most of the time. Rash. So I think the rash is clearing up now because I realized that's what that's why I had a rash. It wasn't like my eczema was just flaring up on that toe. It was actually because I had an allergic reaction to Neosporin. I don't know how you say that. I can't read. But yeah, I had to stop using it. I stopped using it like 2 weeks before my surgery. So I still kind of have the rash. Whatever, it'll go away. I'm not worried more about the rash. I'm worried more about looking at this toenail-less toes that I'm gonna have to look at. I already soaked it this morning, but the gauze on the big toe did not completely come off by itself. So I said I'm not pulling it off because online it said don't, so I'm not. So I'm gonna soak it again. I'm trying to do it 3 times the first week and then 2 times the second week. Hopefully it heals quickly, but I still have no nail. My butt nasty. But anyways, I'm rambling again. The procedure, yeah, let's talk about the procedure. So basically what they do is you walk in. Obviously you check in, blah blah blah, but after they call you in, you sit on this chair that does recline. It's like a surgery chair. I don't know what it's called, but it reclines. So you sit there. The nurse is like, take off your band-aid, blah blah blah, and she asks you how bad the pain is from 1 to 10. On my second toe it was like a 6, especially when I walk, so I told her that and she wrote that down. And I had all my toes ready for the podiatrist to look at. He looked at it. He said that one, the right one, is fine. And this one, again, like I said, this is the 4th time I'm at his place. So he's like, yeah, we're gonna have to get rid of the whole toenail. And basically what happened is, we're gonna just imagine this is my, or we can imagine my thumb is my toe, okay? So on this side and on this side, I had like these weird red mushy things coming out. I don't know what it's called. He told me what it was the 3rd time I was there, and I completely forgot the name. But it's like these weird mushy things that come out over here, and the nail was still here, like the old nail was still up here, and then the new nail was growing. So I don't know what he removed. I don't know if he removed the new and the old toenail. I really don't want to look at it. But yeah, so there's these 2 things coming out. So if he didn't remove the whole toenail, he would have had to cut both sides. So I would have just had nail in the middle, which is just weird. So, and then on my 2nd toe, it was starting here first, but when I wrapped it with the potato, I think it just sped up the process of having those things come out quicker. So it was like the red thing was here, and the another one was starting here. So he had to just remove the nail itself. I have no nail. This is non-existent. He said it's just gonna be tender until the nail grows. And I looked online, and it takes like 18 months for your toenails to grow. Fantastic. But I'm not gonna lie, my toenails grow a bit faster. So I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't take too long, because I'm not trying to see mushy skin. But anywho, so again, back to the procedure. Jesus. So they have to numb your toes. So he sprays this cold thing at first. My toes are always cold, by the way. I have either low iron or no blood circulation whatsoever. So my hands and my feet are always cold. Not super cold, but pretty cold. So, especially my feet, because I'm not walking a lot. So when he sprayed the cold thing, I didn't feel it that much. I'm not gonna lie. He always says, this is cold, and I'm like, my feet are always cold. I didn't feel anything. So he sprays that. What you feel and what the pain is, like the house of pain is, the literal house of pain is, the one I never want to experience again is the needles. I don't hate needles. I rather needles than pills, because I can't swallow pills. But needles on your arms and needles and the needle they use, I don't think it's the same. I think it's thicker needle, and obviously it's supposed to numb your toes, so they have to do it all around. And I've never had it on 2 toes. So when he was, oh, I can feel it right now. Oh my god, just remember. So I always just cover my face. I'm like this. Literally, I just sit there just covering my face and just saying Jesus, Jesus, Jesus 24/7 until he's done. And because I'm an overthinker, I always go for the worst possible case scenario. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be sitting here for like forever and it's never gonna end. So I just like try to make myself just think about other things, but always saying Jesus. And so when he was doing that, I was, trying to keep it calm. I was like, for the big toe. And then when he got to the little one, or the second, imagine the little one and that would have sucked. When he was doing the second toe, I said ow, and he was like, I'm almost done. I think he had one more left, and he was like counting down, and I was like, that's the most painful part. After that, you hear clipping, and you don't feel, but you feel. I don't know how to explain. You don't feel pain, but you feel them, when the podiatrist is doing the clipping, you feel it. Like, you feel the movement, but you don't feel pain. I don't know how to explain it. It's like when if you're holding your phone for a long time, my fingers kind of start numbing. I'm telling on myself for how long I be holding my phone. Or if you like sit in a position for too long, even right now my leg is kind of starting to hurt. But anyway, so yeah, it's like a numbing feeling. that doesn't go away. You know, obviously when your feet starts waking up, you feel numbing, and then you feel like tingling, and then it wakes up. But when they do the numbing of the anesthesia, you don't feel anything for a while, for a couple hours. So that's fantastic. But I got it done in the morning this time, so I felt it that same day. Usually I get it around 2 something p.m. So then I start feeling it at 2 something a.m. And then because I'm already laying on my bed and I'm not walking and doing all that stuff, I can get used to it the next day. But this time it's 2 toes again. So not the same experience, but the same experience. Anywho, he does the anesthesia thing, and then he's like, the nurse is gonna come in to set up and I'll be back. And then he leaves, and then the nurse comes after a while, and she makes you sign a waiver. I do this all the time. It's kind of funny that they make you sign the waiver after they already put the anesthesia on your toe, but nonetheless they do it after. So you sign that. She sets up all the instruments he needs, all the what are they called? Towels? I don't know. Rags? Whatever it's called. She sets that up. And then you wait a little bit until he comes. Or she tells you he's gonna come in and she leaves. And then you wait a little bit until he comes in. And then when he comes in, you know, he checks if the toes are numb. If I say ow, obviously he's gonna put more, which he did the 3rd time I was there, because I guess there wasn't enough anesthesia in my toe and I still felt the pain, so he put more anesthesia. And that place he put more anesthesia, when I was soaking my toe the next day, I still felt numb over there because it didn't wear off yet. But anywho, that's pretty much it. You do feel, like I said, you do feel the movement, you just don't feel pain. And every time, literally every time, I'm like, Jesus, 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 and I'm always thinking the worst. And he always finishes quickly, and I'm like, oh, he's done already? Already? You're done? What? I'm over here like, oh my gosh, he's still not done. He's clipping, he's doing this. And I was like, you're done already? That's crazy. I didn't even feel certain areas that you clipped. Are you sure you did everything? Are you positive? But yeah, I don't say all day. And that day, which is so horrible, the day before, I'm the most dehydrated human being you'll ever find. So if you put me in a sauna, that's it for me. That's it. I'm out. But yeah, because I'm so dehydrated, if I don't drink a certain amount, the next day I get a fat ass migraine. And because I was doing a lot of things the day before, I got a migraine, and I got it in the morning. I woke up with a migraine, and I was like, I have an appointment today. Why would you do this to me, head? And so I tried to drink my giraffe pee, aka lemonade water. And yeah, I blah it, and I was like, wow, yeah, this is why I don't drink water when I'm nauseous and I have a migraine. And so I tried to like sleep for a little bit, because, you know, the time was getting close to when I need to go to the hospital to get my toes fixed. And then I tried to drink a little bit of mango juice, and I was like, yeah, I'm done. I took like 3 sips, and I was like, yeah, it's giving is coming out again, and I have nothing in my stomach. So called Uber, went to the hospital, got my toes done. Still had a migraine, you know. And then when I was waiting for the Uber to go back home, I felt nauseous, and then I was like, I just got surgery. I don't feel like being on my knees on in the bathroom and freaking in the hospital, you know. So I was like, I'm gonna just hold it until I get home. Boy, was I wrong. I was in that Uber like that is the second time in my entire life I've ever and then I literally swallowed it. Even thinking about it is disgusting, and I was dying. I don't know if this man even heard the noises in the back, Because I wanted to tell him to pull over, but I knew if I started talking, it was gonna come out. So I was just... And the good thing is I wear a mask, so he's not seeing anything technically. But I know he's using to do this. It's not funny, but it's funny. Not funny, haha, but this is so cruel. But yeah, I was doing that. More than twice. I'm gonna tell you that. I don't remember. I didn't count. And then my eyes were getting watery. I finally got home and I just like tried to sleep. But anyways, I'm not gonna tell you my whole day. But yeah, that was the second time I've ever done that. The first time was when I was done with high school. I went back with my friend to get our yearbook signed. I think I like missed a couple teachers or something, so we went to go get our yearbooks and that one wasn't even because of migraine caused by my head injury, dehydration and stuff. That was because of my monthly devil meeting, aka my parade. And yeah, that teacher's classroom smelled like popcorn and a bunch of just snacks, and I think they just had their end of the year party or something in that class, and I walked in there and I said, ouch, totally. That really was. And so while we're talking and laughing, I literally felt it coming. I turned around and I turned around and I was like, yeah, that should not be normal. I should have went to the bathroom, but I didn't. And then I got a fat ass migraine, obviously. Because what else? And it sucked. But that was the first time. And I thought that was the only time I'll ever have to do that. But no, I did it again. Oops, I did it again. Yeah, it's so crazy. Like, I don't think I can control it. But I think it's like when I'm in certain situations, my body's like, put that shit back in. Because when I lived in Amazon warehouse, definitely could not. It just came out. I cleaned it up. Even that, I'm surprised I cleaned it up. Because when it ever happens in my house, bro, I'm literally like this. I can't look. Because if I look, I'm gonna just because I looked. And then it's the dry heaving. I hate it. I hate it. The two worst things that I would say in this world, for me, I obviously there's a lot of bad things in the world, but I feel like experiencing wise, throwing up and migraines have to be the two worst things ever. And both of them together, hell. Ooh wee. But anyways, enough about ingrowns and whatever. Let's talk about feet pictures. And foot fetishes and stuff like that, because y'all are nasty. Nasty. My feet is hurting. Oh, Jesus. I'ma just sit back, okay? Because I am trying to let my feet do what it's doing, and it's not helping me crushing it, so at least one feet is good. Thank God. Hallelujah. Praise Jesus on whatever. Let's see. I need to stop charging and using my phone. It's not good. Anywho, yeah, we're gonna do feet fetishes, and I just want you guys to know, this one girl that I was seeing reactions on Kids React, or I don't think it's Kids React. On the React channel, they were doing like, how much people get paid on OnlyFans, and it was crazy. It was crazy. Give me a moment. How to sell feet pictures on OnlyFans and make $500 a day? That is not what I was at. That is not what I was trying to search. I was trying to search those girls. Maybe I should just go to the YouTube on the React channel, because they are trying to make me look like I want to sell feet. Are you seriously wanting to see my toenail-less feet? I don't think so. I don't even want to see it. React. I can't spell. The React channel. Channel. Can I search? Oh, never mind. Do you hear the birds? They're still in our crawl space. Because why would they ever leave? It's gonna be a while. Give me a moment. Oh, and it was perfectly on there. That's the one I was talking to my family about too. Alright, so I watched this a while back. A couple of months ago, I think. But anyways, so this girl sells toenails. I could have gotten rich if I think about it. You know how many... Do you want surgically removed toenails? Wouldn't my DNA be on there? Am I stupid? A little bit. She sells toenails, foot peels. I don't know what that means. I don't know if her feet is peeling and she's selling that, that is your straight DNA. And more. She sells more. I don't know what more could be. And she makes $10,000 per month. What? Bruh, absolutely not. $10,000 a month for feet pictures? That is crazy. Cause what kind of world are we living in? Oh, another commercial. But anyways, that's the one I wanted to talk to you guys about. Cause I was like, that's crazy that there is people out here that would pay that much money for toenail clippings. Toenails and foot peels, skin, and there was another one. I don't think it's on OnlyFans, but there was this girl talking about it on what is it called? TikTok, I think, Instagram, TikTok, one of the two. There was this girl talking about how these like this guy, she went on a date with him, and then he basically asked her if she can kick him in the cojones for money. And then he asked her to come back to kick him and his friend again for money. And then the third time they were like, you're not kicking hard enough, so they said they found somebody else that could kick harder. And I was like, that's a thing. And I've seen a dude also with high heels that had to go and kick somebody in the cojones to get money. And I was like, why is that a thing? Why would you want to be kicked in the cojones and then pay people? But then again, there's also weird ass people that want you to caca on their face and they'll pay you. Or there was some that were saying they want to caca on your face and they'll pay you. And I was like, what kind of world? This is literally a mental institution world where some of y'all are not taking your medications. Why aren't you taking your medications? Because what? That's why I don't put value on money. Because what? And talking about money, the transitions are great. Are they not? Are they not? Talking about money, let's talk about it. Money, loans, donating. I'm not with it. I don't like a piece of paper that we as a society put value on. Not a society, we as a whole world put value on. It is literally a piece of paper that gets printed. It has no value. I give you a piece of paper that you printed for food that you made in a factory. It's not even from a farm. You gonna tell me this is not a mental institution world? Are you serious? But yeah, I don't get it. If I knew that I was gonna have to get loans prior to going to college, I would not have went. I was already in college and I had to make a decision, and I didn't want to drop out. You know, I already quit jobs. I don't want to drop out. Well, I started college before I started a job, so that's... Regardless, I didn't want to do both. So, I continued, got a degree or whatever. Imagine, for 4 years I was there, I got a 2-year degree. It's not adding up, it's not making sense, but anyways, the math is not my thing, but obviously for them, it was my thing, because they were getting money. And then, like, now, they were saying that, Sleepy Joe, Senior Citizen Joe, he might be dead, but he might be alive, Joe, our president, Biden. They said that he was gonna cancel loans. I said, praise God, because I got like 20K. I got 20K racked up. And like I said, I've had 4 surgeries in 2 years. So I haven't really been working. And I graduated, surprisingly, with an ingrown and a whole other problem. And you know, I got government insurance now because I literally cannot move. And thank God. Because if I didn't have government insurance, bury me alive at that point. What's the reason? I got too many problems. You can't fix it. Especially now with the money they was gonna make me pay to fix all that. Nah, I got too much. But yeah, hopefully when my toes heal, I'm gonna start walking or whatever, duck walking or penguin waddling, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, we will start working, and then we will be off government help insurance or whatever. We'll see how life is gonna go later. I don't know the future. I'm not God. So anywho, yeah, definitely was happy about the student loan forgiveness until they said no. They said nay. No way, Jose. And I said, ooh, I wasn't gonna pay you anyways. I don't got a job. I don't got a job. Can we also talk about that? How they ask you for experience? That's why I haven't had a job, or I didn't actually get a job until 2018, which ironically is the same time where I had eczema flare up on my face. Yeah, that was a wonderful time. And that's also when I hit my head and I got concussion. I got concussed. I concussed myself. That was a great year. But that's also when I got my first job. And then I had to quit because I was getting migraine after migraine after migraine. I said, sir, unless you change my schedule, I can't do full days. And he didn't. So I said, bye. I got school. Okay, it's one thing that I'm getting migraines back to back. But I'm getting migraines back to back and I can't do my work, my school work and stuff. No, thank you. So I quit that. I already talked about this. Just a synopsis. Then 2019 I got another job, Amazon warehouse. That's when I blah blah blah. But they believed me when I said I was sick, so they let me go, and they had a lot of employees. Even then I still worked after I was sick. And I was doing, I think it was like during finals, and I had to quit again. And then I tried it again in 2020, and I worked for like 4 days and I was sore, and it was during Rona. I think it was like May 2020 if I'm not mistaken. And then I started getting unemployment because I was like, I'm not employed. And I quit. And they gave me unemployment. I saved that up and I've been using that ever since. Yeah, that's pretty much my life. How are you doing? Not good. But yeah, so I don't have experience like that. I've worked a couple months for 2 different jobs. So 4 days if you want to count the second time I worked at Amazon. And then now they changed shifts from 8 hours to 10 hours. And I said, baby, I was barely hanging on for the 8-hour shifts. I don't think I could do 10-hour shifts. And I think that's why my feet was ingrowning, because it was like, you've been walking too much. We are tired. Sit down. And I'm like, alright, I have no choice. You're forcing me to sit. So yeah, that's pretty much it with that. So I don't know about the loan paying back. Unless y'all forgive it. I'm not paying it. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. If I have the money, I will pay it back. Not in full, slowly, because I heard if you pay your student loans back in full, like if you won the lottery or something, because who has that kind of money? But anyways, if you have money to pay off all your loans, they literally will mess up your credit. And I'm like, that is some BS. They just want interest. They don't even care if you pay it back. They just want interest, which is so rude and disgusting. But let's also talk about what's disgusting. I love the transition. People that ask for donations and they don't use it correctly. And you might be like, what do you mean use it correctly? Let's talk about the people that say, if you donate, we can help people in such and such country, and it's always in Africa, as if it's not a whole continent, as if it's not a whole as if it wouldn't fit at least like 4 Americas in there. You gonna help the whole continent of Africa? You think the whole continent of Africa is starving? That's crazy. But anyways, they always ask for donations, and then they go there and use the money you donated for their trip there, for their food, for their, you know, travels there, whatever. And whatever is left over, the little leftover is what they give to the people. And that's why I don't like donating. Usually, even before, if I donated, it was like children's hospitals and stuff like that. Or if I'm like, I saw a homeless person and I give it to them myself. Like, I'm not donating to these places, especially when they ask for donations on the grocery store thing. Usually I used to, but then I was like, somebody said that they take those and they use it as a tax write-off and they get the money back. They get the money back that I donated thinking I'm helping somebody. That's crazy. Anyways, I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. So if you're not using it correctly, I'm not giving you money. That's it. Unless I physically am giving money to somebody to help them, I'm not donating anymore. Except for children's hospitals, because even if they're using it to pay the employees, none of the parents of children's hospitals have ever come out and said they had to pay. And if they do, watch, I'm not donating to that either. I'm not donating to that either. And when I give money to a homeless person and they're not a homeless person, I always give it to them, and in my mind I say, if they're not a homeless person, cursed. Immediately cursed. If you're a liar, if I give you money and you get in a Range Rover, cursed. Cursed. I hope your tires go flat while you're driving on the highway. What? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? You know I don't got money. Why would you do that? Talking about that, somebody said, why do scammers scam broke people and not rich people? And I was like, we're on the same boat. Why are you scamming me? It makes no sense. But I agree with that. But yeah, I'm not with the people that, because you know, at the end of the day, we will find out that you're a liar. You're a scammer. You're a scammer. You said you're homeless, but you were not. You're living in a whole mansion, and the way you're paying for this mansion is apparently pretending to be homeless. That's crazy. Unless you live in California, where you literally cannot afford the place. If I see you getting in a Lamborghini after I just gave you my money, that's wild. That's wild. But yeah, I always feel bad if I don't have money. I just like look away while we're driving past homeless people. Because I don't want to make eye contact because I got no money. I'll pray for you. I got nothing right now. I'm sorry. Because I don't carry cash a lot. I really don't. It's all on cards. So, not the most money management. You know, I should be, as somebody that graduated an accounting degree, I should be good with money management. But I'm not. I'm not. I really don't care about money like that. So. And that's not giving you an excuse to steal from me. Yeah. But anyways, it's been 40 minutes. That's crazy. I didn't think I'd talk for that long. But I think that's enough talking. Let's fight. I'm just kidding. So stupid. But yeah. We talked about my feet problems. Feet pictures. OnlyFans stuff. And then we talked about money. You know, I'm not gonna lie to you. When I graduated and I couldn't find a job because they kept saying, I need experience. I was gonna declare bankruptcy until I googled that you can't declare bankruptcy on student loans. So yeah, I couldn't get out of that one. But anywho, have a wonderful bummy day. I know today's is short, but with the circumstances, this is long enough. Okay? So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you have a wonderful bummy day. Don't be a scammer. Don't get scammed. And what else did we talk about? Oh, wrap some raw potatoes on your ingrown toenail, because surgery should never be the first option. And what else? Oh, I also had such a talker. Stop talking. My wrist hurt for a bit, and if you boil ginger in water, obviously, what would you boil it with? Milk? Dumb. Alright, anyways, if you boil ginger, you can soak paper towel or whatever in the ginger water, let it cool down a little bit because we don't want to burn ourselves, and then wrap it around the injured area and it should heal. I did it twice and my wrist is fine now. You know, I can do this. And if you want to also do this, do that. But yeah, I've been trying to use, you know, natural stuff since I'm allergic to Neosporin. Vaseline is always the answer, so yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching. Wrap some potatoes and some ginger on yourself if you are in pain. Not the house of pain like I have now, but in pain. And then don't get scammed. Be good with your money management skills and stop selling feet pictures, because they can literally Google feet. I don't know why these people are paying you money, but if that's how you get your money, it's between you and yourself. Anyways, thanks for watching. Tush. Bueno newts. That means good night. Is it night? No. I got my lights on though. Excuse me. Yeah. Tush. Goodbye. Adios. I don't know any other language. Bye.